Hey guys, in this video we're going to do a complete tour of the Queen Creek area, which is southeast of Gilbert here in Arizona. If you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, and play here in Queen Creek, Arizona, make sure you click the subscribe button and tap that bell to get notified every time we put out a new video. And honestly, we get so many phone calls, emails, and text messages every single day from people looking to move and relocate here. We absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving or relocating here to Queen Creek, Arizona, make sure you pick up that phone. Give us a call, shoot us a quick text message, send that email. Days, nights, weekends, we've got your back when moving here to Queen Creek, Arizona. All right, so something to know about Queen Creek. Basically, before the year 2000, there was literally nothing out here. Maybe some farms and undeveloped desert. But since then, we've got a population now of coming up about 50,000 people, and it just keeps growing and growing. Now, something to know about the pattern of growth and how this place has kind of changed over the last coming up on 25 years. Around the year 2000, the first developments started coming into the area. It was mostly a lot of smaller, starter home type of environments. You had, your first-time home buyers, or a lot of them were actually vacation houses by a lot of Canadians. They'd come down here and buy a home in the sunshine because there wasn't anything out here. Houses back then were like $100,000 or less. And then, of course, we had the 2008 housing crisis, where everything stopped and crashed and the market had a reset. Fast forward a few years after that, let's say 2012-13, demand started picking up again, growth started happening again, Gilbert and Chandler kept growing, and people started moving down here into the Queen Creek area. And so developers and new houses that started coming in are much, much larger. We're talking 3, 4, 5,000 square foot houses with sports courts, half-acre lots, lots and lots of $1 million, $1.5 million, even $2 million homes right here in Queen Creek. You wouldn't believe it. So we're gonna get into that a little bit later in this video. For now, let's check out the Queen Creek Marketplace, which is the core shopping center of Queen Creek, and it has everything, and I mean that, everything. All right, so here at the Queen Creek Marketplace, there's so much here, I actually had to write it down. We have 21 restaurants, and that's just right here in this Queen Creek Marketplace area, which I can show you here on the map. Shopping, there's over 30 different stores, from the big box like Target, you got Trader Joe's, Kohl's, Ross, PetSmart, TJ Maxx, Boot Barn. Right here, I'm walking up on a Skechers and an Old Navy. I'm telling you, for being quote unquote out here in the middle of nowhere, Queen Creek definitely has everything you could possibly want for shopping. Coming soon, actually, so this is Queen Creek Marketplace. On the other side of Queen Creek, the southeast area next to the Encanterra neighborhood, a whole new shopping center is coming in. There's gonna be a Sprouts grocery store there, another Target. We'll get into that next. So I personally live not too far from here, but I'm gonna be honest, until I came here to shoot this YouTube video, I knew there was a lot of stuff here at Queen Creek Marketplace, but getting out and physically walking the whole strip mall, I don't even want to call it a strip mall. It's a huge shopping center, and it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, you got music, even out in the parking lots. It's more of like a shopping experience that you might experience in somewhere like Scottsdale even. Like, it's definitely not a low quality environment, and it's bustling, it's busy. Saturday afternoon, you kind of expect it to be, but tons and tons of kids, families, everywhere we go. Walking around right now, restaurants, like I said, there's 21 of them. A couple of my favorites, Barrio Queen. I don't know if Barrio Queen's anywhere else in the country, but it's like a chain here in Arizona. Probably one of my favorite, probably one of the best Mexican restaurants that I know of. But of course here, we're talking about Queen Creek Marketplace. We got, of course, Olive Garden, you got Buffalo Wild Wings, you got taco shops, we got Chick-fil-A, you got In-N-Out Burger. All the big name chains obviously are here. And of course, if you look hard enough, you're gonna find some really cool, more local places as well. So one of the cool things you'll find at most restaurants with patios here in Arizona, these misters. It's not so warm that you can't actually enjoy being outside, but this makes it that much better. You can actually enjoy it. Myself, I actually have a system like that on my back patio, so it really does extend how long in the year or how early in the year you can stay basically enjoying the outside, which is why so many of us really choose to live here. This weather, it's like this every single day. If you're from Seattle or Portland or Northern California and you got that weather that comes in. All right, so in addition to Queen Creek Marketplace, we also have new here the Queen Creek Crossing, which is literally across the railroad track, pretty much walking distance, and it's a whole other shopping center. They're gonna have, an Ashley Furniture, Hobby Lobby, Black Rifle Coffee Company, all of that. But really what they have in any city, really, you've made it, is you got your own Costco. So here we go, let's check it out. And here's our Costco. It literally just opened here towards the end of 2023. Again, views of the Santan Mountains. Queen Creek real estate I think is only going to go up. And there's obviously all these reasons for it, but as it becomes a more and more desirable place to live and raise your family and work from home, everything here is new. I mean, yeah, we're basically at the edge of, you know, where a neighborhood begins to explode when it has everything. Again, I think I mentioned earlier, is one of the things that really sets Queen Creek apart from Gilbert, even though Queen Creek is, you know, kind of an extension of Gilbert, is the fact that over the last 15, 20 years, as Gilbert has grown up and grown into, you know, replacing farmland with houses and stores and people, mistakes were made. There's always mistakes made, and a lot of lessons were learned. And Queen Creek and their city and town developers definitely have learned a lot about that. So they're laying out the place to really allow for everything that the neighborhood and the community needs. So in an ideal world, unless you're commuting long distances, again, you could live here and have everything you need within your 10, max 15-minute area. I don't know about you, but I kind of like living somewhere where everything's brand new. It's just, yeah, it just has that fresh look. Everyone's excited, and you have the opportunity to build a community from scratch. All right, here's the Vineyard Town Center. New shops, new Sprouts grocery store, new Target, and that goes along with what's already over here. We got, you know, the gas stations, things like that, but this place just keeps growing and growing. And actually, if we head another 10 minutes north of where we are now, that's where you get to East Mesa, where you get into the Eastmark neighborhood, Cadence, and into the Elliott Road Tech Corridor. So as far as employment is concerned, if you're living in the Queen Creek area and you want to head about 10, 15, 20 minutes out of here, there is an absolute huge number of new jobs that are coming. This place is just, it's just so exciting to see how fast everything's growing, how friendly the neighbors are. And that's one thing too, if you're concerned about moving to a new area, nobody that lives here is from here. You got to remember that 20 years ago, nothing was here. So that cliquey attitude that a lot of communities get after enough time goes by, it's not like that here. You go out, you go to the park, you go, you know, out to a restaurant or a bar or whatever. Everyone wants to make friends and talk and hang out and make plans to go and do things together. So, you know, that's true too of just any neighborhood, whether it's just like the most family-friendly neighborhood, or if you're looking for that country club lifestyle, or that active adult 55 and up neighborhood. That's a pretty, I think, deep theme throughout, is that everybody's looking for fun things to do and to make friends and to meet people. And you know, I don't feel like it's not like that everywhere you go in our country. So it's definitely a great place like that. So if you're considering moving here, definitely give us a call so that we can point you in the right direction for, you know, the right type of home and what kind of lifestyle and what's important to live near. And, you know, if you're not really sure what's in the area, again, give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text message so that we can help you figure out what's what and where's where, because it's constantly changing. And reading blogs or watching YouTube videos like this, while they might be slightly helpful, I can't film everything. It's impossible. So you're gonna definitely want to call and talk to us and learn more about, you know, everything that's going on. All right, so we're here now at the Mansell Carter Oasis Park, and let me tell you, being a new community down here, Queen Creek, I mean, everything here is, the oldest houses are basically 20 years old, right? So everything here is brand new, but this park is like a jewel in the middle of a bunch of new construction and beautiful neighborhoods. Let's go check out what the park has to offer. Let's go. When I think of a park, this is definitely a park. Look at these guys just hanging out. We got a breeze going on today. Fishing pond. All right, so here we're at the Mansell Carter splash pad. I'm telling you, they got a pirate ship, big buckets dumping on the water. This is a fishing pond. There's a guy over here, he's got his pole and his line in the water, just hanging out, enjoying the day. This is probably one of my favorite parks. In another video, we talk about Gilbert Regional Park. This is like a smaller version of that, but in a lot of ways, I think this park is even better in that everything about it is just tied together in a really tight, compact, well, 52-acre park. It's not small by any means. Come over here, check this place out. Hanging out here, this park is just seriously the most family-friendly place, and I keep saying that. So kind of thinking about Queen Creek as a whole, you know, how to compare it to something else that you might already be familiar with. To me, it's kind of an extension of Gilbert in a couple of ways. Gilbert, for the most part, unless you're talking grocery stores or, you know, retail stores and things like that, there isn't like a lot of jobs in Gilbert. Most people that live in Gilbert either work from home or they commute somewhere else for, you know, engineering jobs or whatever kind of job they have, whether it be for Intel or Northrop Grumman government or for Boeing or something like that. Same thing is true of Queen Creek, but it's a little bit further out. So what ends up happening is, for people who, either can't afford to live in Gilbert or they want a bigger house for the same money, you have to go a little bit further out. And that's what Queen Creek is, as well as Santan Valley, which is a little bit past this. But with that, you get even newer stuff. And in a lot of ways, whatever mistakes Gilbert made as it's been growing, Queen Creek has definitely learned from a lot of that and built out a lot of these parks and different things in a way that's a lot better and more streamlined, more efficient. Like there's brand new houses going in around us. The parks and all the amenities are already in well in advance, and everyone can hang out and enjoy that. So it's been really, really cool exploring Mansell Carter Park with you guys. Hanging out in the Ramadas, which can be reserved for rent. We got a guy over here just chilling, fishing, a couple of them. In a lot of ways, being out here in Queen Creek has a lot of vibes of, at least the views of like what Scottsdale is like. You got mountains all around you. Here to the south, you've got the Santan Mountains. Out here further to the north and east, you can see the Superstition Mountains. Seriously, the views, the beauty, it's quieter out here. I can't hear a freeway. There's a lot of benefits to living out in Queen Creek, but I will tell you, if you're somebody who has to commute to Phoenix or Scottsdale, or even like Western Mesa area, for example, that commute's gonna get a little bit long and you're probably not gonna like it out here. There's definitely other neighborhoods that are really nice that are gonna cut down on that commute time. But if you're the type of person who either works from home or you don't work anymore, you're retired, or you wanna keep that commute under 30 minutes, a lot of folks that live here will commute out to Chandler, like working for Intel or one of the other 700 or so companies in that South Price corridor area. Or if you work out in Northeast Mesa, you can come from here to jump on the 202 freeway, head up there. You got Boeing and a bunch of other companies out there by Falcon Field. Those kinds of areas, if those are the areas that you're gonna be working in, Queen Creek is definitely a solid option where you can get beautiful amenities, brand new houses, and at a discounted price as compared to what you'll find in Chandler or Gilbert, for example. So if those are the kinds of things they're looking for, or the best thing is just give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text to connect with us, tell us a little bit about what's going on in your world, where you'd like to work or what kind of situation you're in, and we can help you find that ideal neighborhood. If it's a new construction house you're looking for, we can definitely help you navigate all the incentives and make sure you're getting everything you can possible from the builders. Or if you're gonna buy an existing house that's already been lived in, obviously we're going to help you with that and navigate, making sure you don't overpay and make sure that we can negotiate the best deal possible for you on those types of purchases as well. But right here we've got 8 different soccer fields here. Amazing. So we get a lot of questions about jobs here in Queen Creek. Now, Queen Creek is a lot like Gilbert in a lot of ways in that it's very new, most of it beautiful, but there isn't like a huge job market per se. Most of the people that live in Gilbert and obviously here in Queen Creek either work from home with a high-speed internet connection, or unless they work in retail or the grocery store, stuff like that, a lot of people actually commute either to Mesa or out into Chandler. So a lot of people, there's a high-tech corridor called the Price Corridor. You can see more about that in our Chandler video, but Intel has about 12,000 employees out there, plus about 700 other companies that are high-tech in nature all around there. So a lot of people will live in Queen Creek. In fact, the average commute time for a Queen Creek resident is about 33 minutes each way. It's not too bad compared to a lot of other major cities and areas in the US, but that's what's cool about Queen Creek. It's a small town feel. It's not that big out here, but you have a tight-knit community and you're in very, very close proximity to hospitals, jobs, major freeways, but you're just far enough out that you don't have the loudness and busyness that you would have in other parts of the valley. Of course, right here we have the skate park. It'll be busy tonight. It's currently 93 degrees at noon, so and school days, so the kids are probably at school for at least right now. As far as kids, actually, there's a whole field trip of them right now at the splash pad, hanging out. Looks like a fun day to get out of the classroom. And here we are at the baseball fields. One thing I love about the way that these parks are designed is that when you have these larger events or tournaments, there's literally no shortage of parking. And that's a big thing about living in the Phoenix area in general. You really have to have a car. Public transportation, I don't know, it's not really a thing. I mean, they have it, but I don't know how practical it would be. I've never tried using it. It just looks like it'd be way too complicated for most people and normal daily living to get around. So you're gonna wanna have a car, but parking's never an issue. Everything's built and planned around cars, around getting around that way. So let's go take a look at this neighborhood. This neighborhood is directly next door to the Mansell Carter Park. All these lots ready to go. These guys have already moved in. Look at that RV garage on the side. This is going to be a really, really nice neighborhood. Look at these views. I mean, come on, those mountain views. What a great place to let kids run around and play. Go check out these model homes. All right, so RV garage right on the side of the house. Look at this paint job. Of course, you can walk right outside. Come over here, we'll check out the backyard. You can see how much room you have back here. If you wanted a pool instead, obviously there's plenty of room for that. I mean, you could have a bar moved over, but this backyard is definitely set up for entertaining, hanging out. This is a big thing that a lot of people forget is you want to have a covered patio. You're going to have that covered patio for the monsoon season in the summer. Plus it's nice to still sit outside and get that shade. But yeah, this is one of the brand new neighborhoods right next to Mansell Carter Park. It's by Richmond Homes. So if you're wanting to find out what's going on with this, you want to give us a call and learn all about what this looks like. This first floor plan we're going to look at is called the Harley. It's about 3,200 square feet. Let's go inside, take a look. The first thing I noticed I really like, you got a front patio. So if you like sitting out in the sunshine, especially in the winter, this is facing the south. So in the winter months when it's colder, you're gonna wanna have your morning coffee out here. You can watch the neighbors walk by with the dogs, wave, get to know everybody. That's super fun, it's super nice. But right now it's coming up on summertime and that's when we're gonna wanna hang out on the back patio. Let's go inside and see how this looks. Okay, so first impressions. I love how they do the ceilings at the setouts. You got a really, really wide hallway. It doesn't feel like cramped. It feels really nice and open as you come in here. Right off the front door, you've got your 2 secondary bedrooms with walk-in closet, and you got a Jack and Jill full bathroom. And these walk-in closets are huge. I mean, you could do a whole nother set of shelves. It's nice to have an actual window. So come in here. That's gonna be the standard garage, which obviously connects over to the RV garage. Full laundry room with a deep, deep sink. This is nice for painting projects too. So if you're gonna do any touch up or any kind of art supplies or projects with the kids, you can save the mess for back here and keep the kitchen clean. So now we get to the end of the hallway and boom, kitchen, dining, living, office. This could also be closed off to be a private office. I know some people, especially if like you're an engineer, you have a security clearance or something like that, you're gonna have to, have your office be a lockable room. This space could easily be that. Probably not, more than couple thousand bucks maximum to have all that kind of work done. But this kitchen, this island, this looks amazing. You got full large pantry, great layout. This is a really, really awesome setup here. This home, the floor plan, the Harley starts at about $730,000. Here's our den with a wet bar, and it connects directly out to the backyard, which you can also set up as, a pool, whatever else you like. But seriously, with park next door, I don't know why you'd want to have a pool, but here's a bathroom, big, large slider doors. What's going on, guys? Here we are. The primary owner's suite. Really, really, really large walk-in. Now that is a shower. Quick step up, step down. This is amazing. It's nice to have the controls here. You got the shower up top and on the wall. Beautiful. Again, windows on the bathroom, or having natural light come in is definitely nice. All single story, 2,747 square feet. This is the Harley. We do have natural gas in the neighborhood, which is a big plus. A lot of the Phoenix area doesn't have natural gas, so it runs just off electricity. Again, compared to some other neighborhoods, they're all beautiful, all these new neighborhoods. There isn't a neighborhood that isn't beautiful, but as I'm standing here, there's one car driving by I can hear, but no freeway, and check those mountain views out. So here we are at the Julia. It's a 3-car garage. So you got a garage stall here and a 2 garage stall here. This home is just under 3,000 square feet. Let's go inside, take a look. All right, so when you first walk in, you can head straight forward in the middle of the house. We can jet down here to the left. Gotta love these large laundry rooms, especially if you're gonna have a lot of kids and a lot of endless laundry. Nice space to keep it all in one spot. Here's our first bedroom. You can see how much space it really has, especially, with the window opening up. Look at that finish. It's nice rounded edges. This is definitely a very beautifully built home with its own ensuite Jack and Jill, connecting over here to the second bedroom, which each has their own sink. So this is a Jack and Jill in a sense, but this bedroom has its sink here. They share a toilet and a shower. And then this bedroom here has its own sink with its own bathroom. So it's a little bit of an adaptation on the Jack and Jill, but definitely I think that's better. Each person has their own sink and they can share the toilet, share the shower. So that's these 2 bedrooms back here on this end of the house. I love how open and big this feels. So as we come in, we hang a right straight into the garage. This is the 2-car garage, another bathroom, 3rd bedroom. Now, if you actually lived here, we came into the front door, but most of the time you drive into your garage and you come in. So as you come in the house, here we are, straight into formal dining room with a really nice double opening, full glass wall of sliding doors. Or we can head straight in this way to our open concept kitchen, again with gas, stovetop, microwave, standard oven, all stainless steel, dining or informal dining area over here, island. Let's go check out the master suite. Here on the front of the house, super quiet, calm. Again, look at the size of this shower. Come in here, area to dry off. Come in here, and there it is. All right, so something interesting about this sign is obviously it's the town of Queen Creek, and below it are all of the builders, not all of, a lot of the biggest builders who have new construction homes available. So just to give you an idea of how new this place is, houses and entire neighborhoods are literally being built all around us. And so that's why when you see these signs, it's literally part of getting around, is knowing where all the new construction neighborhoods are. And that's something that we know inside and out. We have relationships with all of these builders. So if you're thinking about new construction, which a lot of people are, just because it's what's new, you get the warranty, that new house smell. Just sometimes for some people it's just neater and nicer, and you don't have to deal with a seller moving out, stuff like that. Anyway, long story, the bottom line with these builders is they all have different incentives, different programs, different promotions going on at different times, and we track all of this stuff for you guys. That way when you call us or shoot us a text or send us an email and you tell us, hey, I'm moving to Queen Creek, my family is kind of nearby, I want to be there too. What is the latest and greatest with all the different neighborhoods and the builders? We know what's going on with these guys. We talk to them every week. We always know what's going on. So pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us that email, send a text message. We'll help you find that new construction home here in Queen Creek if new construction is what you guys are looking for. All right, so here we are at Schnepf Farms. Let's go inside and take a look at how cool this place really is. So we're here at Schnepf Farms and got ourselves a coffee, crate of or flat of peaches. So it's peach season. It's a short time of every year. They have the largest organic peach farm in the entire state of Arizona. So it's a huge deal for a lot of people. We got super lucky. We were told they were sold out. And we got here pretty early, like 10 o'clock this morning. But they came in with a dolly and dropped off like 7 small crates. And I think I got the 6th one. There's only one guy behind me that got the last one, and out the door we go. So those are super awesome. As we walk around here at Schnepf Farms, they've got, this is super family friendly. There are a ton of kids around here. So what's really cool is they charge exactly $0 to come into Schnepf Farms, hang out, these playgrounds, looking at the animals. It's really fun for families, especially with young kids. Something fun to do. Of course, they do ask that you go to the farm store where they have the bakery, all these fresh pies and coffee and all that good stuff. So of course, we're gonna support them and do that, but super nice that they have this available, and this is fun. You hear the birds chirping, all this beautiful shade. My daughter's back here playing. Holy camole, this is awesome. These peaches are a little, but seriously so good. So if you're gonna be moving to or relocating here to Queen Creek or even Gilbert, which isn't too far away, make sure that you Google Schnepf Farms, figure out when the peach season is, and get yourself on their early list. They have a you-pick, different part of the farm over here where you can go pick them yourself, but they actually limit the number of tickets that are allowed. Or you can do what I did, and I got lucky and they brought in a case that they picked themselves and sold in the farm store over at the bakery. And like I said, there's only 7. They came in with 7 of them, and I was the 6th guy and one person behind me, so those are gone within a couple of minutes. Okay, so where we are right now is the you-pick vegetable garden. They have row after row after row of vegetables. Obviously they have the fruit trees, but this is really cool. It looks like where I'm at right now, this is gonna have a little bit of work, but we're walking up right now to the newer stuff. Water tower, that's cool. Got some freshly plowed rows. Got the greenhouses back here in the back. Hard to believe that we're within the confines, or it's hard to believe we're basically within we're at in the metropolitan area right now, because when you come out here, I hear the birds, a little bit of wind. This is really nice. So here in the You Pick vegetable garden, it's open, I think, year round. There's always something they're growing, depending on the time of the year. As you can see here, you got all the kale, lettuce that you could ever want. It's all organic, and just get your scissors, which I think they provide some over here at the little farm store, and a basket. So go and start picking them. Like here, we've got mini daikon radishes, $2 a pound, rosemary, $4 a bag. Looks like they got quite a bit of weeds growing in here. I'm sure that'll get cleared up once they rototill it, like over here. All freshly tilled. Looks like they're ready to lay some new crops in here. Seriously, in this day and age, to have something this local, this cool, farm to table vegetables, you really can't beat that level of quality, and just pick it the same day you eat it. I don't even think the best grocery stores can compete with that. So one of the other things that Schnepf Farms is known for, especially the last several years, huge wedding venues. They've got multiple locations. They can host multiple events at any given time. But obviously with this beautiful background, the farms, and you know, whether you want to be in the peach orchard or a different area, but whether you want to be in the peach orchards or whatever, they've got some really cool facilities to host weddings, corporate events, you know, family reunions, any event like that. This is a really, really great location to do that. Lots of parking. They basically have taken what's still a real working farm and turned it into kind of a agritopia. I don't even know how you call it. Just got a little piece of paradise mixed in with what's now becoming just city. Lots of houses, lots of people, but maintaining a place where you can have that tight-knit sense of community. This is super cool. You gotta check it out. I'm just wondering how big of a party you could have here. Look at the size of those pig roasts, and there's 2 of them. I mean, it's big enough you could probably rotate a whole cow on there, but you know, with these lawns, these ramadas, this is honestly one of the most peaceful, cool places to host any kind of event that you'd like.
Yeah, it's fun. So I've been doing the tractor hay rides. It's the first year, but I've been working with the farm on and off since 2015. So I definitely have got a lot of cool facts and a lot of knowledge that I've been able to kind of find and put together, because I'm a historian buff. I love all that stuff. And this farm has got a lot of history. We started in 2015 with peach picking. So, and I believe they hire peach pickers, right? 16, I believe, is the youngest. So they offer a lot of work to the community, and same with October. They hire all kinds of people. I think it's like 300 employees part-time that they hire for the season. Yep, and once again, I think they hire, you have to be 16 at least. It might be with the October festival 8. The farm offers a lot of jobs. A lot of it's seasonal work. So it's great for people who are just starting, learning work ethic.
One of the most popular attractions here in Queen Creek is the olive mill. They bring people in here literally by the busload. That's the other parking lot from where I'm at right now. Let's go inside, take a look around, and check it out. All right, so we're here checking out the olive mill. They have classes on a regular basis. They'll take you through the entire tour, the olive orchard. They teach you how extra virgin olive oil is made. They've got some classes here that are really amazing and teach you all about how to make extra virgin olive oil, how they do it sustainably here in the desert, because water, of course, is always an issue. Really nice environment here. Nice picnic feel. They've got an awesome kitchen, coffee bar. This is a place that you could come to again and again and again. Wait till tonight when these fire pits and these tables are all turned on. This is going to be super, super cool. All right, so that's the Queen Creek Olive Mill. I will admit, this is probably not something you're going to want to bring young children to, but anybody, you know, 20s and up is probably going to really enjoy this. It's a really nice, relaxing environment. It's kind of like a winery vibe. They do have wine and drinks available, obviously, and great food, pizzas, the olive oil tour and classes. You're gonna definitely want to put this on your must-visit list, and it's also, you know, a great place to bring people when they come in from out of town. So if you end up living here, or you live here in Queen Creek already, you're gonna definitely want to check out the olive mill if you've never been here yet before. Great place to bring friends and family from out of town. Great relaxing atmosphere. Great way to spend an afternoon. You know, when we're checking out Queen Creek, you really cannot check out the housing without looking at the Encanterra Golf and Country Club. Now, Encanterra is very often mistaken as a 55 and up adult active community. It's actually open to absolutely anybody, families with young children. There's a small section of the neighborhood that is called Trilogy, and that is for 55 and up only, but it's a really small section of the overall community. So Encanterra, fully gated community. community. It has a private golf course. So if you're gonna golf at this neighborhood, you do need to be a member. And in order to be a member, you have to own a home in the neighborhood. So there is a wait list for that. Last check as of 2023, it's a $60,000 buy-in. But even if you're not a golfer, you're gonna love the views. You're gonna love the openness and how beautiful the entire neighborhood is. There's actually 2 community amenity centers. The main one, of course, is La Casa. It's massive. You got areas for resort pool, you've got workout classes, you've got a kids playground, you've got multiple restaurants, you've got a bar and a patio, and you've got a wedding venue for really or other special events. I'm telling you, you cannot check out Queen Creek without making sure that Encanterra is on your must consider list. So while we're talking about everything new, not everybody wants a brand new house, for example. So we're heading over to the Cortina neighborhood. It's not brand new anymore. You know, relatively speaking, it's still a very new-ish neighborhood, but let's go ahead and drive through real quick and take a look at what that neighborhood looks like. So you can see what that is as just a broad option. Having cars go slower with all these trees, it definitely helps with the noise, especially if you live in one of these houses here. Cortina has its own elementary school right in the neighborhood, which is super nice. If you got little kiddos, you can walk them to school or bicycle them over there, especially with our year-round weather the way it is. Private parks, private HOA, just gives you a little bit of an idea. I apologize, guys, for shooting this video on trash day, but yeah, recycle bins and trash bins. Now, if you're moving here from a place where they're very stingy on that, here they're really large bins. I think you can get an extra one for an extra fee. I moved from an area, a small town in North Dakota. They gave you 1 trash bin, no recycling, and it was really small, no opportunity to get something bigger. I know that's a first world problem, right? But definitely you gotta have somewhere to get rid of your trash. You know, if you don't have big trash cans, it's going somewhere regardless. So definitely a cool neighborhood. So Cortina was one of the original neighborhoods that was built in Queen Creek as it started to get built. It's got smaller, relatively more affordable homes compared to a lot of areas. A lot of the new construction is gonna be your much larger, you know, bare minimum 650 and up. You know, we're talking 25, 3,000, 4,000, even 5,000 square foot homes. Some of them have their own sports courts. But here in Cortina, you can tell it's smaller, it's more manageable. It's a nice neighborhood, but it doesn't give you the big elbow room that a lot of these newer neighborhoods have, which is really attractive to a lot of people. Talking about jobs earlier, see at my window over here, you got all these new warehouses up here. We're actually headed straight northwest right now, directly towards the Mesa Gateway Airport. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of jobs, warehousing, logistics, you know, everything that goes involved with whatever these companies are doing. I mean, a lot of these tilt-up, they're called tilt-up structures. You can see the crane out there right now. A lot of these buildings out here are already pre-leased, at least by the bigger tenants. There's some smaller spaces. I have a client of mine who's trying to find a spot to do a custom paint shop and auto body type work. And so they're looking at that as an option for one of the smaller bays that has a single, you know, garage bay or roll-up door. But, you know, if you're wanting to move to a place that is happening, it's growing, it's moving, it's grooving, it's bustling, Queen Creek and Gilbert, of course, and Chandler, this whole entire Phoenix metro is really just blowing up in all the best ways. Now, I guess I have heard the stories. I mean, if you were born and raised here, things are definitely different, but that, you know, that's what change brings. But, you know, myself not being from Arizona originally, I moved here from North Dakota, originally from the Seattle area. And I'm telling you, it's wonderful to be in a place where everyone's excited, the sun is shining, jobs are plentiful, schooling, you know, there's tons of universities and trade schools and everything else that you need to do to get a skill set to work and be a productive, you know, person. But anyway, so yeah, you got to give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text. My team and I, like I said, we're a group of 5. We're very small, close knit. We work together very tightly with all of our clients so that we know what's going on with everybody that we're working with. But yeah, even if you're a year and a half, 2 years away from moving here, it would still benefit you to give us a call, shoot us that email or send a text message. We can get you set up and get you the information you're looking for in the different areas and where you might be able to set up in the path of growth. Or, you know, if there's something important about a certain area to you already, maybe you visited here or you know the areas that you kind of generally want to be, but you don't know the details. Yeah, give us a call. We'll give you some background, some information, some other thoughts and ideas that maybe we hadn't thought of to put into a YouTube video, or comment below. We'll be happy to answer you there. But anyway, long story short, guys, give us a call, shoot us an email, send a text message. Days, nights, weekends, we've got your back when moving here to Queen Creek and the greater Phoenix area. Till the next video, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.